Welcome back everyone! This is the PYP Traveler and today we are going to be discussing about a very challenging issue that many new teachers struggle, and this is the PYP Exhibition. For the needs of our video, we are going to separate it into two parts. The first one will be based on the experience of teachers that have actually implemented the PYP Exhibition before, and the second one will be a step-by-step guide on how to implement the exhibition in the classroom. The first part is this video, and we are going to be hosting a very good friend of mine, Miss Nectaria Tsigenopoulos. She is a Greek-Canadian teacher and she's a teacher in an IB school in Germany. She's going to share with us her experience and her insights based on the preparation, the cause, and the objective of the PYP exhibition. In the second part, which will be uploaded next week or in about 10 days, we are going to be hosting an educator who has created an amazing set of materials for educators to use for their PYP exhibition. She's going to guide us through the whole journey of the exhibition from start to the end, and these two videos will strengthen your motivation to implement your exhibition at your school. So without any further ado, please welcome Ms. Nectaria Tsigenopoulos, and let's go.
We are going to be discussing the PYP exhibition taking place at the very last year of elementary in IB schools.
So we have many subscribers that they keep sending us messages and they ask us on how we actually organize ourselves as teachers in order to start with the PYP exhibition. What are the tools that we need to have at hand? And what should we do with the students in order to put them into the planning process, and how we are going to facilitate them in order for them to start with their exhibition, and what do we do in the process? Like after we start, what do the students do? What is the objective of the exhibition, and how do we move forward?
Well, for those teachers that are new, there's also a workshop that is offered by the PYP on exhibition. Mm-hmm. So to get an introduction on all the logistics of how to carry something out like that. The concept of exhibition and what it's about early on in the year. So we do a kickoff in late November, early December, just to have students tune in and just to really go on winter holidays with that idea planted in their head. And then we model a lot. We use a lot of examples from the past of what other students in the past did. We have, it's completely open-ended. So every project is quite unique from one year to another. You will not have identical projects or exhibitions. And you encourage that. You encourage originality and something that is authentic to them.
Exactly. Because, for example, this year we have COVID, so any field trips that would be planned, or any like guest lectures that you would have from outside the school, now this is not applicable, and we unfortunately, due to regulations and laws, we cannot have that. So we need to think in other ways. An example here would be to schedule some, like some school visits, but virtual school visits, or if the unit of inquiry that the students will create would be, let's say, about art, and they have to, let's explore some museums, then you can have some virtual museum tours. So we need to find other ways to facilitate what the students want to do, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be, and last year was our first virtual exhibition. So our school did a virtual exhibition And it took many hours to work through, and it turned out extremely well. It was a big success, because it also allowed, you know, parents and grandparents to come in and watch their kids or grandkids present something that they did all on their own. And it was really nice to see that. You know, I had grandparents from the Netherlands come in, like join in Zoom meetings, and it was really great. Yeah, it was very unique that way.
That's so nice. That's so nice and very hopeful, for what we are experiencing. It's been a very tough year, so like having
Absolutely.
implementation of the PYP in many schools in this beautiful manner, that's very hopeful. So if we,
Also,
yeah, go on.
also, I wanted to add that COVID also is bringing out a whole new, you know, set of interests. For example, I've already had students that have come to me and wanted to present on mental health,
Hmm.
and you know that was their issue, that they want to focus on this exhibition. So there's going to be a whole new, brand new interest with coronavirus and how it affects students. You ease the students in. You give them a lot of previous examples. You scaffold and various stages.
Hmm.
For example, we have weekly, you know, when February, March comes along, we have our weekly grade 5 meetings where students are involved in developing as a whole. They develop the central idea. So they all share the same type of central idea. Passion, issue, and action. So
Hmm.
these are certain keywords that students use in order to form their central idea.
After they form the central idea and the lines of inquiry, what do they do in the making?
So what we have done is, in some schools, I've seen exhibitions being carried out immediately within groups of students, within 2 or 3 or 4 students in a group.
Mhm.
And in our school, we do just, you know, individual exhibitions, and then we group them later according to their theme or their issue. Um, what we do is that we have, as teachers, we develop um, a scaffolded program throughout the whole process. So from March, April, and May, students know exactly what targets they need to reach and when.
Hmm.
And they need to be able to um, do their own, manage their own meetings with their mentor, um, and you know, have everything ready, and manage maybe external meetings. Maybe they want to visit, for example, an animal shelter or something within their community.
Everything is led to an action that every small group or an individual student has to do at the end of their exhibition.
And within that time, we also get together as a grade 5 whole class, a grade 5 class, and discuss how to write an essay, how to form paragraphs, how to create an argument, how to go about making a creative piece, what kind of interview questions you could ask, who you could interview, how do you gather data, and we'll also look at data handling and management. So we talk about these tools and skills that students use throughout the exhibition in our weekly meetings. We do have a journal that they write in, and then they add and contribute their thoughts and brainstorms and maybe they gather photographs or newspaper articles or websites or whatever, and they always store that in their journal. And they also self-reflect. So any kind of feelings that might arise, like maybe they're frustrated because they can't, their data doesn't reflect their original ideas or whatever, or any successes that they experience. It's a place where they can record their thoughts. We use that adamantly while we're doing the exhibition because it reflects their process. So a lot of students take pride in their work. There's a lot of hidden talents that come out during that time. I've been teaching for 2.5 years now in grade 5 at my current school. And from what I've seen and experienced indirectly and directly as a teacher is that every school interprets the exhibition in very different ways. And it's all it has to be authentic to the school and the school community and your students. So it's not necessarily going to look the same in every single school. But what does happen in exhibition, which is quite constant, is student agency. So students are in charge of their own research and project and actions. The community is also involved. So you're going to have mentors from all over the school. We also involve mentors from our secondary school as well. And there's a lot of conceptual learning, conceptual understanding that's developed during this time in students.
Exactly. It's like from the experience that I also have is that students in the beginning, they don't really know where to start and what they have to do. But once they get to, they realize the power they have in their hands, then they start to engulf it and they start to brainstorm and they become a team. They become very energetic and very proactive. And you can see that students that were not participating so much during the lessons, you will see that they have the first role in the exhibition. I don't know if you have witnessed that before. So it's very interesting to see that.
Yeah, a lot of students, when we asked them what they enjoyed the most during grade 5, the most popular answer was exhibition.
So thank you, Nectaria, so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. I hope
my channel here, and I wish that your PYP exhibition will be a success this year as well. And I don't know.
likewise.
Likewise, thank you.